What's up, guys? Welcome to the first YouTube video on the 10 Cuts channel. So here I'll be doing a high skin fade with a tree on top. I'm going to be using my wall seniors and my Babyliss skeleton trimmers. Okay, so I start with debulking the top, trimming this down to a number 3 guard as requested. Then I start off setting my bald line with my clippers. A lot of barbers use their trimmers, but I started recently using my clippers and I think it's easier to get rid of the bottom line. Obviously everyone has different preferences, but for me, this is kind of easier. So yeah, I'm setting my guideline, first guideline, halfway across the head. Most barbers do it, divide the head into 3, so they do the left side, the right side, and then the back. But with me and just being time efficient, I just split the head in half and fade one half, then fade the other half. So here I'm just cleaning up my guidelines. I kind of really like having clean and nice guidelines because I feel like the fade comes out better. So yeah, now I'm gonna start fading. Going with my lever open, setting this about an inch high. Not too high that the fade goes into the top of the head. I'm gonna fade as high as the size of the head stop. You'll understand what I mean in a couple minutes. So yeah, I'm going to my lever open about an inch high. And now to make this guideline clean, I'm just going over it again. As I said earlier, I love my clean guidelines. So now I'm gonna make the part that's skin, I'm gonna make that extra skin by flipping my trimmers around it and just skinning this more. So when I come in with the full shaver, I kind of know how high to go. It makes sense when you watch it, so just stay tuned. So now I'm cleaning that bit up again with my trimmers. I remember at the start I used my clippers, but the trimmers is gonna make it extra skin. So yeah, just making sure all my guidelines are clean. I'm gonna keep saying that. So the next step would be to get rid of that guideline. So I'm gonna start with my clipper closed. Remember, I use this to set in the guideline, so whoever I use, I'm gonna use it to take it out. So I'm just gonna inch about 3/4 or like a third actually of the length of the guideline. Then as I keep going higher, I'm just gonna keep opening up the lever a little bit. You can see me kind of opening up little by little until I hit the top. But I'm not actually gonna hit the top because that's where I wanna leave the guideline to be. So if I keep inching it higher, it's just gonna keep going higher. So just getting rid of this guideline first. As you can see, in about 10 or 20 seconds, that guideline is gone already. So now I'm just doing a little bit of clipper play, lever play. So here I'm just refining the fade from skin to the lever open. I really like a smooth transition, so I'm gonna make sure this is as clean as possible. So yeah, I'm just coming again with my trimmers and just giving this a good blend. So yeah, I'm going to my lever open, making this another inch higher, combing it as I'm going, just so the guidelines are clean. One thing I tend to do a lot is go over my guidelines multiple times, just because I like clean and clear guidelines, and with guidelines being clean, your fade comes out way better. And I fade up. I know a lot of people setting the guidelines at the start and then fade everything one by one, but I just set my guideline and then fade, set another guideline and then fade. So now I've closed the lever. I'm gonna just attack the line. I'm not gonna go higher, just attack that line. As you can see, I'm not hitting the top as I was when I was setting in the guideline. I'm just cleaning up the bottom line, opening it up again just to make it cleaner. I keep saying it, the cleaner the guidelines, the better. So now I'm gonna come in with my half guard. I'm gonna position it 3/4 or slightly over the halfway mark. It's depending on how easy or hard the hair is to fade. Most barbers kind of just set it to 1/4 for everything, but you kind of have to determine where you want this. So yeah, that's my half guard. I'm gonna position this 3/4. Just to lighten up the line. You know, you're not gonna fully get rid of it at the start. But yeah, it's just gonna lighten up the line. Remember, I'm just attacking the line. I'm not sending the guideline. Just attacking that line. And now you can kind of see it coming out a bit better. But I'm just gonna close it more. See how it's not fully closed, and I keep opening up. I close it down whenever I'm going down. Open it up whenever I'm going up. So yeah, you can kind of see the fade coming out way better now. You know. So now I'm left with the fade and then the top. Here I'm going in with my one open again, just to clean it up. You know, I keep mentioning clean. That's because I like my haircuts to come out cleaner. You know, now I'm gonna close the one guard, probably halfway, just to make everything come out smooth. We want a smooth transition. We want a smooth fade. So that's what we're gonna get. So now that section of the fade is done, you can see the last guideline that I have to get rid of. So I'm gonna come in with my 2 open. Remember, I did a 3 on top, so the highest guard I'm gonna use is a 2 open. Just gonna soften up the sides of the hair just so I can blend it in. See how I'm flicking out and I'm not leaving the line. Still flicking out. Close the number 2 now and just hit that line. Remember, flicking out as well. So now I come in with my half guard, my 1.5 guard, sorry. And I position this a quarter closed, I call it. Just inching up at that line. Literally just tapping the line and flicking up. Tapping the line and flicking up. Tapping and flicking up. Then I take a step back and look at what actually needs to be done more. So I'm going to close it a little bit more. Just attack the under of it. Pushing it now. We're going to see what the fade is saying. Take a step back and always appreciate it. Now I know that I have to come with my number 1 open to blend in. So as you can see here, I'm not sending a guideline. It's just a bit of clipper play, you know. Just flicking out all the time. Flicking out. Opening it up, closing it, flicking out. Blending that fade into the top. So it's a number 3 guard close on top. And I can still see a bit of last guideline there, so I'm going to go back in with my 2 open just to make this transition smoother and cleaner. That's what we want. So that's what we're going to get. Now I close the 2 guard. Just flick up again. And if you notice, see how I went to it with my clipper and comb to kind of blend the top in, but I saw that the problem was the 2.5, so I went back with that. But anyways, here I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Literally setting my guideline. Just gonna do the exact same thing. I'm not gonna talk you through this because I already said it at the start. But yeah, just watch this. yes lads, so that side of the fade is completed. Now just to explain before I move on to the hairline, the back of the hair had excess hairs in the back, but I used my trimmers and then my full shavers. I don't have the clips, but allow me because this is my first time. But yeah, so we're doing the lineup now. I'm starting from the center and going to his right side, making sure I don't push it back but still sharp, pushing out the excess hairs and going over it again. His corners are a bit curved and not straight, but I'm able to work around that. So brushing it now, and then I move to the vertical bars. This is a bit covered, but you get the gist. Trying to make his corner as straight as I can without pushing it back. And here I added enhancements, but I don't have the clip of that as well, but I sure know for next time to make sure every clip is included. And now I'm just adding hairspray, holding spray to hold the fibers into place. And this is the finished look. What are we saying? This is how you do a high skin fade. Clean high skin fade. Damn. Look at that. Razor sharp on the hairline. A closer look. No dark spots. A clean transition. And just taking out the excess hairs on his neck. Making sure this is extra clean. There we have it. A high skin fade with a 3 on top. Let me know what you think.